Okay, fine. So now we will discuss the last topic of module 5. Okay. So I will move on to that topic now. So in the previous session, we have discussed about CMOS as an inverter. So there we have discussed about using the schematic, how it works, and then we went through the waveforms, and then we have discussed how it is implemented using a fabrication process. So this is a normal process which we have discussed in the previous session to implement a complete CMOS, that is using NMOS and PMOS on a single silicon chip. So then we have discussed how it is connected using this fabrication. So this is what we have discussed in the previous session. So now in today's class, I am going to start with the same process but using a different technology. Here the technology which I am using right now is this one. So that is fabrication of CMOS. Okay, this is the technology I am going to use to perform the same operation. That is fabrication of CMOS using twin well self-aligned process. So this is a kind of process which is used to implement a CMOS structure with respect to fabrication. Here fabrication is nothing but the manufacturing of a PMOS and NMOS transistors. So now I will start with that. Okay, that is the fabrication of CMOS using twin well self-aligned process. Twin well is nothing but, here I am going to use two wells. One well belongs to the N type and one well belongs to the P type. So two wells are there just to implement one CMOS structure using a fabrication process. So first thing, now look at this figure A now. So in figure A, okay, so this is a figure A now. So in figure A, so what we have here? So here I have a P plus substrate. So this is a P plus substrate. So now I will call this P plus substrate is a basic foundation, so on which this CMOS is constructed. So now I call it as P plus substrate is a basic foundation on which this complete CMOS structure is constructed, and this P plus substrate, where it is heavily doped with majority charge carriers are holes now, because plus indicates that the concentration of holes is high. So then after P plus substrate, we have a P minus epitaxial layer. This P minus epitaxial layer, the importance of this layer is, so here it is used to maintain a stability in the in the construction of CMOS structure. So I am using the word P minus epitaxial layer. The intention of this layer is to maintain stability in the CMOS structure, and it prevents the combination of the holes present in the P plus substrate towards the surface of the substrate. So now it acts as a barrier between the P plus substrate and the surface. So this is about P minus epitaxial layer. So then this we call it as, this one is a silicon dioxide layer. So this silicon dioxide layer acts as an insulator. I am saying the word acts as an insulator between the connections or the terminals and the substrate. So here later on I am going to connect the terminals here. So for that terminals, it acts as an insulator. Next, Si3N4, this one. So this is a silicon nitrate. The role of silicon nitrate is, so it will not combine with the oxidation process and prevents from a short circuiting. So I am using the word silicon nitrate. Okay, it is used to prevent and it is used in the wet oxidation. So just to prevent a short circuiting between the substrate and the terminals. And here, after that, here I am showing this material. So this material belongs to photoresist. So there are two types of photoresist materials. One is positive photoresist and the second is negative photoresist. So negative photoresist. So therefore these two photoresist, that is positive and negative photoresist, are very sensitive to the light. So as soon as the light falls on this material, so either they will get hardened or they will get softer based on the selection of photoresist. If I select negative photoresist, it will get hardened when it is exposed to the light. So if I use positive photoresist, so it will get softened when it is exposed to the light. And next is, this is a phosphorus. It is a trivalent impurity, okay, belongs to the N-type material. So now this phosphorus is doped or it is implanted into the P plus substrate. So here phosphorus is used just to create a well. That well belongs to the N-type because in phosphorus the majority charge carriers are electrons. So therefore a N well can be obtained using this phosphorus material, or it is a semiconductor material where the majority charge carriers are electrons. So this phosphorus is implanted or doped or diffused, so all are same here, into the P-type or P plus substrate. So just to create a N well, that is a well which is used to construct a PMOS. So you will understand when I go to the next figure. So I hope it is clear for everyone about figure A. It has P plus substrate, P minus epitaxial layer, SiO2 and insulator, silicon nitrate just to prevent short circuit, photoresist which is sensitive to the light, phosphorus which is pentavalent impurity to create N. So now we will move on to the next, that is figure B now. So this is a figure B. So in this figure B, what I shown? I have shown a P plus substrate as it is, P epitaxial layer as it is. The only change is that here we have implanted phosphorus, but here we have shown tank oxide. So this is the oxide layer, belongs to N well. This is the oxide layer, belongs to N well, and this oxide, tank oxide, contains N well within it, and this oxide is obtained, or tank oxide is obtained by performing wet oxidation. Okay, the role of oxidation is so just to create a N well in the P plus substrate. So I hope you we already studied about the oxidation. 3 different oxidations we have studied. Okay, so using in model 5 part A topic. So that first process we can use here. So that is tank oxide. So which is used to hold N well. Okay, so now, so assuming that tank oxide holds N well. Okay, now after this we are implanting or doping boron. So now first step we have taken phosphorus, second step now I am taking boron. So boron is a trivalent impurity where the majority charge carriers are holes now. So as I said, phosphorus, the majority charge carriers are electrons, here the boron, the majority charge carriers are holes. The intention of this boron now to create p-well. So first I have created n-well, that is tank oxide. Next I am going to create p-well. So these two wells are used just to manufacture NMOS and PMOS. Okay, so now I'll move on to the figure C now. So this is figure C. So now look at this in figure C. So what I have got? We got P plus substrate as it is, P minus epitaxial layer, which is used to maintain the stability in the substrate. Okay, and then because of the phosphorus, I got N-well here. Because of the boron, I got P-well here. Then we got photoresist material, silicon nitrate, this one, and this is SiO2. These three materials are used to perform oxidation and implantation. So that's why we are showing these three materials like SiO2, silicon nitrate, and this photoresist. We are showing them directly because these three are obtained directly from oxidation and implantation. Okay. So now the impact of boron and phosphorus is to create P-well and N-well. So we got P-well and N-well. The next is we have to create two other materials. In the P-well, I am going to dope N-type so that I can create the NMOS. In N-well, I can dope P-type material to obtain PMOS. So that is our next step. So before that, I have shown here three boron materials are doped into this P plus substrate, because now the role of boron here is to create the edges for this P plus substrate. So it will separate this CMOS by the edges. So this is the first edge at the right side, this is the second edge at the left side, and this is the third edge which separates a P-well and N-well. So three edges are created using boron. So we can also choose phosphorus also. Any one semiconductor, just to create the edge, that edge will separate one complete CMOS structure with another CMOS structure. Because of that, we have doped boron here. So now I got P-well and N-well. So what I need is, next I have to dope in the P-well, I have to dope N plus material, in the N-well I have to dope P plus material, so that I can construct NMOS and PMOS using oxidation, implantation, and then after that the diffusion. So I will show you that here. Okay, so now here what I got, so once I implanted boron, okay, so I will show that in figure D. This is P plus substrate, this is P minus epitaxial layer, this is for P-well, this is for N-well, and now I have created three edges. This is the edge at the left side, this is the edge at the right side, this is the edge between the P-well and N-well, just to separate them so that they won't combine and it will destroy the structure of the CMOS for that. And these are polysilicon metals, okay, to create the gate material. So okay, so now we are going to dope the N in N-well. I am going to dope P plus material. In P-well, I am going to dope N plus material to create CMOS structure. So that will be shown in the last figure, that is figure E. So here what I have done, this is P plus substrate, this is P minus epitaxial layer to maintain the stability, this is P-well, this is N-well. Now what I got, here we got two N plus doped regions. So here I choose phosphorus to dope into P-well to create NMOS. So now I call this as NMOS, okay. This NMOS now having three terminals which are been done after completing the metallization. So this is called as source, this is called as gate, and this is called as a drain that is connected for this NMOS transistor. Similarly, I have got the another MOS transistor which is PMOS here, so which is constructed using two P plus material. So two P plus materials are doped in the N well. So now we call it as PMOS. Again, for this P plus material, it is connected to the drain, a gate, and the source terminal, so which creates a PMOS. So now, as I said, this is a twin well because I have two wells here. One well is for PMOS, that is P type, and another well is for N type. That's why twin well self-aligned. That is, these wells are self-aligned when the pentavalent and the trivalent impurities are doped into the P plus substrate. So hence the name given as twin well self-aligned process. Here the SiO2 is used just to separate this P well and N well. Otherwise, it may damage the CMOS structure. Now this is now nothing but the inverter, okay, which has both NMOS and PMOS. Just connecting them with the proper connections, I can use this structure as an inverter. So which we have discussed in the previous session. So the same explanation is given here. Go through this explanation, okay, you will understand how this twin well self-aligned process is carried out. Okay, I hope it is clear for everyone how a CMOS structure is constructed using twin well self-aligned process. Okay, so now I am expecting everyone to respond in the chat box if you understood as yes. Otherwise, if you want to repeat a particular part in that fabrication, so I will start repeating that explanation. Do it fast. Respond in the chat box if you understood. It's very simple one. Only thing is that we have concentrate on impurity doping. Do it fast. So I am expecting all 50 students to respond in the chat box. So that indicates that you have involved and interacting in the class. So do it fast. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿರ್ತದೆ ಮೋಸಪುಟಿ ಫ್ಯಾಬ್ರಿಕೇಶನ್ Okay, hope it is clear for everyone now. So this completes your module 5. Okay, now I will start the next class on Monday. So from Monday onwards I am going to start with the module 1, that is the last module. Okay, so in 1 week I am going to complete that module 1 also by taking some extra classes. So I hope you guys got the assignment questions. So start writing the assignment questions for module 3 which are sent right now. And next thing, this module 1, okay, so I will start with the on Monday's class by taking some extra class. The name of the module is semiconductors. So here I will send you the notes, and then based on that notes we are going to start discussing about module 1. Okay, so hope it is clear for everyone about module 5 concepts which I have discussed. So in the next class, that is on Monday, I will start with the module 1. So now so start sending your USN as your attendance. So do it fast. So do it fast. sound clear as well.
Sir, what about lateral entry students, sir?
Do it fast. Okay, so hope everyone responded in the chat box with your attendance or with your name. So now I will wind up the class. We will meet on Monday. So thank you.